Hello everybody. Today we're talking about the usage of cocoa coir. I'm a big fan of this Cano Cocoa brand. It's manufactured or processed in the UK. Where they get the actual cocoa husk from, I'm not totally sure of, but they say that this is equivalent to about 5 liters. Oh, sorry, pardon me. 8 liters, 40 liters expanded. I really like how it's packaged. They come in these convenient sized blocks. As you can see there, my big feet, they are roughly about 2 feet by 8 inches wide, 6 inches wide, 18 inches by 6 inches, maybe somewhere in there. But they come in these convenient bags. They're even stamped. They say Canna even on them, which I find super neat. And you wouldn't think that there's very much there, but look at what it turns into. And the reason I like coir soil is because it retains, mixed with a little bit of soil and sand, proper natural sand, never processed sand, please. I find that that the result is quite nice for humidity, and that's what I've added previously and on other times into these characters' enclosure here. As you can see, the bits of coir and the fibers that come with it are just wonderful for moisture retention. Look at that with a quick spritz. See, a little bit higher underneath this covered in section. So I really like the added humidity and moisture that this comes with. As you can see in here, it's a little bit too clay contenty. That's a hard piece of clay, that's not a rock there. So it's just a little bit too much clay soil that I had picked up from a construction site, a nice natural way of finding things. It was a topsoil, but it's just a clay contented topsoil, as well as there's some sand mixed in here. There is some coir because this has been, I think this is year 4, year 5 I've been using the same soil. I pick up poop daily. I pick up food waste daily with a food trap. As you can see there, they're enjoying their mallow, jade, plantain, all crushed up with that dried mallow over top. There's a good chunk of jade that Dash just got, that beautiful Sheila. But I just find that I'll give it a little bit of a wrangling around here. That this, see, it's just too much clay, it's too hard. And if I'm having a nesting tortoise, I'm hoping that this block of clay will help loosen this up a bit. If not, we will be rearranging, which is okay. So we'll use this one block. See, I just find that clay content makes it just that little bit dusty. And it's fine when it's wet, but it's not that great when it dries out. But mixed in, see, it's nice when it's moist. Like, this is beautiful soil. But when it comes to drying out, which sometimes with these adults, I don't run a crazy ton of moisture. See, look how lumpy it is there. And I won't miss the cloud of dust on the old cinematography, but it's just a little bit on the dusty side. So let's see if we can show you the dust. So it's a little bit too clay contenty. So moving forward, I'm hoping this coir will help. So we're just moving a few things here, giving me a space to dump the coir. We'll go like that. I wonder if I can set you characters up with a view of it all, and it appears that I can. That's great. So it came in a bag, which seems to be extremely handy. It didn't even leak right there. It's a sealed bag. This is, for that reason alone, a huge reason why I like this product. Shake out the contents, even the crumbs count, because it is purchased soil. That is a nice convenient bag. So this is a double wash coir. It's ground up coconut husks. From my understanding, it gets double washed in a salt water free wash. I guess that's a thing, that someone's out there washing with salt water. I don't know what kind of bug that is, but that is a new one. My goodness. if Shelbs was around with her phone, I'd get her to take a picture of this bug because I've never seen nothing like that before. What? That is something. It's kind of ladybug-like, but it ain't. It's a triangular shaped bug. I don't know if any of you viewers have seen anything like that. I don't think that came in my choir. It seemed to have came in. Oh. That's a neat bug, hey? So I don't know. I don't mind bugs. Creepy crawlies don't bug me. I think we're gonna keep them for a while. Lay you over there, pal. He went back to where I found him. That's all right. We love him. I don't know what that one is. It didn't bite me, so I don't have a problem with it. This is nice soil, everybody. We'll chuck this bag out of here, and we'll get a stir stick going. Did I bury it? No, not yet. So we'll just put this over top. And it's already gonna do wonders on top of this clay. I might add that second package, and that's why I bought the big bag instead of the little bricks, is because it gets used, you guys. It gets used up fast. I love the smell of this stuff. Personally, I think it just smells nice. It kind of smells like not fresh cut grass, not a lumber mill, but somewhere in between there. Having a stick like this, I find, is a must. I believe this one was my grandmother's that I got when we cleaned out her shed. But yeah, this is nice. It's hopefully, what I'm hoping for it is that it will break up the clay a bit. But I think I've got so much clay soil in here that it's actually just maybe too much for it. Hoping this will keep the clay looser, but I also hope it kind of holds the moisture just a little bit better. This top rack, it just seems to dry out fast, but just adding that, look at the humidity, it's just climbing. We're at 62% in the corner and 46 out in the open. So it's could be higher, but it's going up higher since I started this process. There's a lot of clay in these corners. Remember, as you add soil, you're changing the height of your lamp and your UV. So you need to be cautious of that you're not overexposing to heat or UV when you're doing this. This is actually turning out well. I'm not sure if I will use that second block. I just might not stir all the way to the bottom and then just leave a clay layer that I would assume my female will find when she gets to doing her nesting. I'm hoping I have a gravid female and not just a hormonal one, but taking it day by day. And as things get packed down here, they will settle down. And I find this is a great way to add humidity in general. If you're feeling you're lacking humidity, put them tortoises in a bath soak and get to stirring. It's a great way for them to work leg muscles. I've just got my two adults there eating. I had a third one in here, but we've rearranged. They're eating there, and so they're distracted by the food instead of the soil mixing. This has turned out actually better than what I thought. It's still a little on the lumpy side, but as the coir mixes in, and lumps aren't a bad thing necessarily. I'm sure they see dirt lumps in the wild, they see stones, they see sticks, but I don't personally like wood in my enclosures very much because I find it all rots. If you're keeping it at decent moisture, then the wood rots. Rot creates mold, rot creates stink. But you can see here, even though it's wrapped in coir, it's still kind of clumpy and lumpy. So I think the key with this will be keeping moisture in it for the next few weeks and just giving it occasional stirs as these pieces mix into one another. If not, I'll add more coir and I'll raise my lamps up and give everything a switcheroo here. This will be fun to watch the tortoises explore this new amount of soil as it creates different challenges for them. So we'll put that like that. You can sure see how that clay differentiates from the choir soil and how it mixes almost like an oil to water nature. So that's actually a little better than what I thought one block would give me. I find adding hot water to that choir as you're just there we are. Things are kind of back to normal for these characters. Tortoises don't really like change a whole lot, you'll learn. And some don't mind it, but others are greatly, we'll say, affected by it in a negative manner, and they'll just shell up, hide out for a few days, which is okay too. But I try not to overstimulate change with my tortoises, personally. This is nice here. I think there's a little bit extra soil. I'm going to add some bricks and raise their food platform to keep the soil out of their food. I find elevations are the best for things like that. We'll keep working at breaking down these clumps. This is just a great amount of choir for this. This is perfect. I don't think I'll need a second block, and if I do, I'll use a lot of it in the bottom with those hatchlings, because I just love it for this moisture. This is wonderful. And the humidity is climbing. We're at 76% in the corner there. It's a little bit pinned into that soil there, so that would be why the reading's inaccurate. But we're 45% now in the open. We'll see how this lumps together in a few days' time, and maybe make another soils posting or something. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you're liking this video, please subscribe, comment, tag a friend. Anything that can show a little support is major appreciated. To make your choir go a little faster, adding hot water seemed to speed up the process versus in the past using cold water. Use more water than you think necessary. If it doesn't absorb it, the lights will dry it out and your tortoises will just pretend that they're having a rain day. But this is wonderful. I hope this keeps the dust down in my house a little bit too. Nobody wants to be dusting. Just because they have pets, exotic pets shouldn't cause you grief. If not, maybe you have the wrong exotic pet. This to me is very relaxing. My tortoises are my zen. They're just a highlight of my day, my favorite time wasters, to watch them stomp around and chomp and eat and just be wild little tanks. I love them little piggies. Thanks for tuning in. Till next time, you guys. Your pal Hobson Squatch over and out.